Hey, and welcome. I'd like to introduce myself. I am Lana. My name is Lana at Till the Last Stitch. I'm happy to have you join me on my first FlossTube video in a very long time. But here I am again. Some of you may remember me. All of you who have joined FlossTube in the past 4 months, I have been watching and commenting on your channels. I feel like such a newbie after watching your videos. Y'all are so much more professional about it than I am, and I know I never will be. But anyway, for those who don't know, I will be 76 the end of summer, so I have to laugh at y'all about how you talk about old age and being old, and you just don't have a clue yet. But forgetfulness comes in all ages. Just remember that. Some of my middle-aged children are having a lot of trouble with their memory. Sometimes I can remember more than they can. Sometimes not. I'm going to give a couple of shout-outs before I forget them, and I've got my little list here, so I'm looking down a lot. You know, the memory thing. I want to shout out Linda at Blue Horse Yellow Cow. You know, she's made one video so far, and she's been a commenter and subscriber to all of us, and I just love her and have always enjoyed talking back with her like so many of y'all. Linda Spalding also. Such a pleasure to have her on too. I'm so glad to see a lot of these people that we don't see them, and it's so nice now to be able to get to see their face and get to know them better that way. And they're just as pleasant and fun as I thought they would be anyway, but it's nice to see the face and be able to go back and forth. Another new one that I want to shout out, and she's just totally new, is Bee's Delight Stitcher, Diana Zalso. I think that's how it's pronounced. She is a very pleasant, nice lady too. And another one with some, and I didn't say this about the others, but everybody has such beautiful work and shows some past things and new things, and so I'm interested in seeing more from all of them. And then there's been so many new ones since I was last here, and they're just fantastic. I know I'm not going to be remembering everybody's name, and I hate to leave anybody out, but I'll just keep trying to along. One of them I can remember right now is Saltbox Stitcher. Let's see. I can't remember. Anyway, okay, I better not go into that then, because I can't remember. I'd like to bring you up to bring a little update. First thing I'd like to say is, and this was so long ago, it was in April, maybe around April the 7th, was my first year Flossiversary. So, you know, I'm digging into the second year and hadn't even been on here. But I hope I can be on here more often. But, you know, I'm just very grateful y'all keep me going, and I still watch and comment and enjoy emailing a few of you that I do and hearing from you. Some are other FlossTubers and some are commenters. And I want to thank everybody. And I've had a few new subscribers, which is very, very good. Considering that I really don't have, I don't get much accomplished. I don't have a schedule. You never know when I'm going to be here. I don't want to stop doing this. I want to keep on as long as I can. And I appreciate everybody's patience and kindness and thoughtfulness, and thank you. I'd like to talk about our grandkids for a few minutes. We've had a lot of graduations. Well, considering how many, I don't know. We have had some graduations this past spring and summer. Our grandson, who is the only grandson and oldest, graduated from law school. It's his second law degree. He was the one that was in the Army in Afghanistan. He was in Afghanistan, but that was with somebody else. He was in Iraq during one of the wars over there. He has since been, well, he works for the Corps of Engineers, and he has since been fully he's out of the Army. They gave him full retirement, full disabled retirement. He's really, I have to say, he's in very good shape considering everything and what so many others have gone through. We're just so thankful. But his first degree in law was as a paralegal, and that was a few years ago. And then he decided to go on and get his law degree, which he did, and he passed his bar, and then he was what do you call it? He was sworn in to the Mississippi Supreme Court as a federal attorney. Just so exciting. We're just so excited for him and for the children. They were there. They were able to go. His dad was able to go. And the kids, he said the kids were just wide-eyed. They didn't, and beaming, and they just could not stop smiling and just so proud, and they were just in awe of everything, as you can imagine. And they got to meet a lot of special people, got special attention from some of those special people, and it was just so nice. Such an honor. He's highly decorated, and he is such a good person. You can't tell we're excited and proud of him, and all the way from Hurley, Mississippi. We had our youngest granddaughter graduated from high school, and where was my little, okay, I guess I'm just going to wing this. She graduated with advanced degree, and she's gone as far away from home, but still in the state of Mississippi, as she can go. She's going to Oxford, to Ole Miss. She's very interested in forensics, those kinds of things. So she's going to pursue that, and it can take her several different places, whatever she feels like she wants to do, or what God leads her to do, for that matter. are next to the youngest, graduated from Mississippi State, and she's going to be leaving the country for a few years. She'll be working overseas in community development. So we are very happy for her. We're just happy for all of them, proud of all of them. They've worked and studied and done, and it's great when they do that. We do know how it is when they don't. We do have one that we're very concerned about. And I know most families, there's, what I'm talking about, and all we can do is pray for them, actually. So then another granddaughter and our youngest great-grandson have both been promoted from kindergarten to the first grade. And the granddaughter has been in kindergarten for 3 years, and she's a teacher. It's kind of funny when she said, I've been promoted, and Coleman says, so have I. We thought that was so cute. Proud of both of them, and Coleman is deaf, and he attended regular kindergarten, and he's in regular school now, so that's quite an accomplishment for him, and we're so grateful for the school that he was at and what they were able to do and teach us to do. He's just doing great. You really have a hard time telling that he is. So, and they all start school pretty soon. And we're just kind of happy about that too, that they're all doing long and doing like they should, and so it's great, and very thankful. Another bit of information, we had a car accident in May 21st. We were hit by a car. We were coming home through an area that's kind of swampy and windy road and stuff, and we were coming home and came around a little corner and up a little incline, and just about this time this young lady came across the little hill in front of us, and it had been raining. We were coming home from the doctor's. It was his last appointment about his arm, and all of a sudden she ran off the road on the right side, overcompensated, and she started fishtailing down the road towards us. Now, the only way to explain this is that God was there in a real way. I didn't get scared. I didn't get nervous. I didn't slam on the brakes or scream or holler. I just kept watching her and what was going on. And it happened pretty fast, but still. And what was going through my mind as she was making these these S shapes in the side of the middle of the road, was, okay, if I do this and go over to the right a little bit, is she going to hit here or here? Well, it all worked out great. She hit the door behind my driver's door, and we have a van. And that van was only 5 weeks old. So, anyway, it happened. She was in a hurry. She was taking her baby to the doctor, and she was running late, and like I said, the roads were wet. Nobody was hurt, thank goodness. It was just all a blessing the way it all turned out. And she was worried about us, and we were worried about her. And had a lot of good people stop. The deputies came real quick, and they had one of the EMTs come make sure everybody was all right, considering our age. And of course, they didn't know about Pop's um, condition anyway, but it worked out okay. It just took us about, let's see, it took us till June the 18th to get our car back, though. So we had another, our insurance, we had another van that we could use for that length of time, so that was good. Also, after that, after June 18th, and I can't remember when it was exactly, I kind of want to say it was like the first part of July, but he had a spell when we were having breakfast one morning with a friend. And at first I thought he was having another stroke. I've seen him have these strokes. But this was different, and he's had angina attacks in the last 6-8 months or longer. But we weren't sure, so I took him to the hospital. They kept him overnight to check him out. And what they determined, because they thought something was happening too, and what they determined from everything they did in his overnight condition was that he didn't have a heart attack, but they wanted us to see the heart doctor as soon as possible, which we did. And he did the heart cath, not the heart cath, the stress test, and he has to have it done. I need to write down a bunch of words and pick from them, don't I? He has to have it done medically, not walking the treadmill. And they did something else while he was back there too, and then we went back to see the doctor, and he said there is no sign of anything with his heart. He said everything checks out real good. He does have some blockage that we've known about, but that's why the angina, but nothing has changed since the last time he had one, which was at least 4 years ago. I don't think I know it hasn't been since then, and it may have been before, but at least 4 years. So he wanted us to take him back to the neurologist, which we will do, because he said, I really think he had a stroke of some kind. And after going back over the things that happened and where he said his head hurt, and that I would have thought he stroked right then, except that he kept saying, his heart hurt. He hurt in his chest. He hurt different places, like a heart attack too. So anyway, he did have some problems for a few weeks after that. He's getting better, and they did change his medicine a little bit because he was having a really hard time with his temper, and so there's been a lot going on, but we're still so blessed, and we're still so thankful, and everything could be so much worse, and it is so much worse for a lot of people. And so we just keep going. Just like I said before, we just keep plugging along. We stay a little bit closer to home. We don't go as far by ourselves. And I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to drive. It's just we feel more comfortable until we find out some more about him to see. Just, don't want anything to happen on the road very far away from home. And he needed a lot more rest too. He was, if anything to do like that, they were really much more tired. And I have been too. I found out I'm definitely asthmatic. And so I've been on treatment for that for several months too. But there again, so I have gotten some stitching done. I still haven't got anything fully finished, and that was one of the reasons I kept putting off doing this video, because I wanted to have one thing anyway, just one thing completely finished. Well, it's not. So there you go. And I have been working on a quilt for one of the granddaughters that I was supposed to have done a long time ago, but I didn't. Kind of the story of my life, isn't it? Anyway, I think that's all I kind of wanted to say. I know there's other things that have come and gone, and sometimes you think you're going to get your video done and things happen and you get, well, we've had the kids here too. That was the other big thing. I almost forgot. Pop turned 80, July the 7th, and everybody, I say everybody came home, but one of the daughter-in-laws could not come. One of the granddaughters and her 2 children and husband could not come. No, they came. She and the husband couldn't come, but the 2 great-grands came. Our granddaughter, who is the RN in Seattle, she couldn't come, but she had been home. I think it was in June, maybe first part of June. She was home for a week then, and we got to see her a lot then, and that's a long way, so we understand, everybody gets grown and they get off and they move away, and you can only do so much, but we're so happy whenever we see them. And of course she let Papa know happy birthday and stuff, but it was so much fun. We still had, they took us to a fish house that we like to go. I think I've talked about fish houses before, but that's something we all like down here, is seafood and catfish and that sort of thing. So we went to this one place that we go to and we like, and we were able to have 20 there for supper, and that was a lot of fun. And then afterwards, we came back to our house, and one of the daughters got a friend who is a photographer to come to the house and take pictures of all the setup, all the family individually, everybody together, and that was a lot of fun too. We enjoy doing that. Everybody we're not the most serious people around, but we have fun. And we love to all be together and talk. And we get loud. And the kids all like to play hide and seek in our house. It's kind of a large house. And so, but you can imagine all of them, all ages. I mean, 18 down to whoever, I think 7. But they're all over the place. And they get a little bit loud, and so you kind of have to calm them down a little bit after a while. And I hate to say it. I never thought I'd say it. Pop and I are only kids, only children. And when we started having family, we both wanted more than 1 or 2 children, which is a good thing because that's what we had. And I never thought I'd say it. I did not want this house or any place that we live to be without a baby, as long as I lived. But, now there are some that could still get married and have babies, but I don't know if they will in my lifetime or not. But the truth is, and I know some of you understand, you can only, after you get this age, you can only stand so much of the noise and confusion. And it is confusing, but there's still so much fun to watch. But anyway, we had a good time. We were so glad they were here and glad they came and glad they planned that for him. And he really enjoyed it too. It was very sweet, very special. So if I think of anything else, I'll tell you. I know there's something else. I thought I had everything written down. But anyway, okay, I found one picture I'm going to show you. If you can see it, I think you can. I've tried it. I tried it before I started this. This is a picture. This is a passport picture, and this is how they were taken back then. This is when we lived at Patrick Air Force Base in Florida, and this is a passport picture of me and our 3 babies. You remember the stories about taking them to England? This is the passport picture that we took when we were going over there. How about that? That's the way they took the passport picture. That was a long time ago. I thought you might enjoy seeing that. I have enjoyed everybody's video too, and I've been able to comment on some, and some I have not gotten back to for one reason or another. Things happen, get busy, but I do enjoy watching y'all and commenting. And so many people have been saying about Christmas in July, and I was thinking about last year when I did that and had heat stroke. But it was fun. And talking about heat stroke, it has been so hot here, and I'm not telling you anything y'all don't know, because it's been gruesomely hot in a lot of places. But our heat and humidity is bad anyway, but we don't, as a rule, the 90s and up there, all through the 90s, don't usually happen till towards the end of the summer, August and stuff, and you've probably heard of dog days, but we have had 90s and high humidity a lot, and most of the time we've had heat index over 100, 105, thereabouts. That humidity is just horrible. So I'm looking forward to a little bit of cooler weather whenever it comes, but when it doesn't, I just stay right under the air conditioner, and so does Pop, but he has a blanket on, but he still gets hot. But I found 3 little ornaments that are old, but I wanted to show them to you, and they're nothing special, but when we first went to Saudi Arabia, we were going to, be there for our first Christmas, and I did not even try to take a tree. I know they kept saying don't do it, but I didn't even try. I did take some greenery and decorations and stuff, but we didn't get our shipment. But I was still, I had my some of my cross stitch stuff, and so I had these little tiny gold round frames, and oh my goodness, Let me hide my hands. I knew they were bad, but wow. Okay, ignore that. Just don't look at my fingernails. I had these, and they're not very big. Now, my hands are not very big either, but, you know, they're kind of tiny. My hands are small, extremely small, and so are my feet. But I had a booklet with these little designs, and this is Aida, of course, but it's small Aida. So just, you know, I just finished those and put them in the back and glued that on back. And I only had about 6 or 8 of them. So this is what I did for the rest of them. It was a piece of cereal box that I cut in a circle, as you can see, and glued it on there, and then made this yo-yo type thing to go around that for a little frame and backing. And so we hung those up, and there was a lot of people from our trailer park went home for Christmas, so somebody loaned us just the top piece. The only thing they had for a Christmas tree was the top piece of one, so they loaned us that, which was very nice, so we could have that. And then the other thing were these little, this little ornament. And I didn't do anything special. Well, this one's better. Yeah, I did put this on the back of this one. But a lot of them, I only used muslin. It's the same color. Some I did like this, some I did with muslin. And then this is just, you know, I had some ribbon, so I was able to just tie a little knot here and hang it up like that. Nothing special, but we were so happy. Didn't matter. We were happy. Couple of things that I've got to show you that were given to me. So sweet. Oh no, I forgot something. Oh no, I forgot something. Okay, hold on. This, when Allie came to the States for the retreat, can y'all see that? I mailed some things to Pam that she stayed with and who does floss too, and she gave them to Allie when she got there. And then Allie sent me this. So beautiful. I hope you can see it real good. It is so beautiful. And she just made, like, you know, isn't that pretty? That's how she finished it, like that. I'm not sure how I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to put a sleeve on it or if I'm going to put it in a frame. I think I'd like it in a, it's beautiful like this, but I'm thinking if I put it in a frame, I might be able to protect it longer. And then she sent this pattern. And it's so pretty. All the trees and everything in the back are done half stitch, so you know it kind of looks like it's in the fog and all. It's really pretty. And then she sent this one. She told me that she was going to send to me, and she did. And she finished this. If you remember, I think her videos are still up, but she's not making any new ones right now. But you might remember this on one of her last ones. And so that's so sweet, so sweet. Okay. Oh, I don't know where it is. I forgot something that I really wanted to show you, and I'm so sorry. I don't. It's from Nicole. Anyway, let me go ahead and show these because I don't know if I know how to really pause this and come back to it. So I'll just go ahead and finish this. Alright. Do y'all remember this? It's called Night Garden by Prairie Schooler. And it was in that Progressive Farmer magazine I told y'all about, and I finished it, and I also found out something about it, but it's not fully finished yet. And I don't think I've shown this to you anyway. I don't remember what I've done, and I went back and looked at my videos too, so I wouldn't act like an old lady and repeat myself all the time. But that one, I was looking through the site for Prairie Schooler to order some that I wanted to get if they were in print again, and that Night Garden is found still on there. There's a promotional card, which is Night Garden, and then Four Seasons Designer Series. It's one of the ones on that. There's 4 seasons, and that's one of the ones on that. So if you don't have it and you want to look for it, that you can find it. This one is, I know you know what this one is. This is from book 25. I know you won't recognize it, and I see I need to go back. It's dark too. I need to go back and outline Santa's white, because this cloth is so much lighter than white. But if you notice, if you can look at it and tell, I used the same colors that was called for, but I really messed up on where some of them would go, so the rest of them and the packages and everything else in there, I just kind of did my own thing, and it's different. You have to look at the picture on the book to see how different, but it still looks okay. It's all the same colors. The only thing was no, I don't think I changed anything at all. I don't know. I don't think so. Anyway, so I know how I'm going to finish it. It's just a matter of getting to it. As my grandma used to say, getting round to it. My mother gave her a wooden disc, a wooden round disc that had round to it. So she gave her a round to it. So use that to it whenever you can. I got this one done. Pretty well know what I'm going to do with them or how I'm going to finish them, but you know, this one I think is so cute. And that's ready to be finished for fall, which I am anxiously now wanting to do something about. Here's a Christmas one. I know y'all recognize this. Little House, I think. But I changed this one up too. I didn't put the top and the bottom outline up there. And I changed a little bit where the snowflakes are and how many there are, and then there's the snowflake button that goes in there too. So that turned out pretty good. And these, I just did these two, and I'll probably do little pillows with those. This was an old one that I'd started quite a while ago, and I just kept getting it out and working on it a little bit, and finally I said, just stick with it. So I did and finished it, and it turned out good. I know how I'm going to do this one, and I've got everything to do it with. It's just, there again, I'm getting in here to do it. Oh, I know what I brought this in here for. I was going to show you. This is something I did. I've done this pattern many times, and this was one I found in there that's not been finished, of course. But I am going to take the stuffing out and make it smaller. But this is what I did with them for a while, and then see the muslin on the back, and then I would just do the ribbon. But I'm going to do something a little bit different with them now. And there's that one, and these two haven't been stuffed, but I'm also going to make them smaller. And this is Pam from Stitching Between the Lines. She sent me this little snack mat. Isn't that cute? I think that's really neat, and I keep it wherever. She said, now use it. Don't worry about it getting dirty. Just, there's room for a little cookie or cracker or something on there with your drink, and I do use it. I think it's so cute. Very nice of her to do and think of me. Very sweet. She does a great job too. I'm not sure I'm going to show you my quilt when it's done. Now, I think y'all might know that I got Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. And I have enjoyed working on it to a point. And I haven't got very much. I quit after a while. I got this much done, which is nothing actually considering the size of it, but I was glad to get that top part to come out right anyway. But I did quit working on it because this is on Joblin, and I told Julie at Reflections that I could stitch on this. I've done it before, but I guess it's got to be me, because it just seems like it's not. And I've worked on Lugana while I was on something else while I was working on this too, and didn't have as much trouble with that. So I don't know. I thought maybe this was a little bit tighter woven or something. But anyway, I called her and I said, before I do any more on this, I'd like to have like to get a piece of Lugana and try it before I do any more on this, or take it out, or just keep going, or whatever. So I'm waiting on that, and then I'm going to start it again on the Lugana and see what happens with that. So I wanted to show you something I got Pop for his birthday. The utility room is big enough to have a bathroom in it, and that's basically what's claimed for those shadows. Didn't notice that because I can't see till I get right up here. Anyway, so we've got we've got farm, his boot picture that I did, cross stitches in there, John Deere stuff all over the place. And so I found this when I was at Hobby Lobby not long ago, and I did get in on that 70% sale too, and got a lot of things that are going to be neat to help me fully finish things. But I thought this was so cute, and that's so true. The old guy does rule, and he has a checkered past. Isn't that cute? I thought it was. Oh gosh. I was trying to think of some little stories too, but I think probably, but I wish I had that other. Nicole sent me something that is so cute, and I don't know why. I know I've had company come in while I was getting ready for this. So I think that's probably what messed me up. I'm going to say that's it. Not my mind, but oh gosh. And I don't know how to pause this and go get it and if it'll come back on. So I better not do that. Anyway, it was so sweet of her, and it's so cute. I'm going to try real hard to come back sooner. And it's been nice to talk to y'all. We're okay. Everything's fine. We're just hanging out, fixing to go get pizza. Come back and see if he'll stay up till 8 o'clock and have a good night. And Wizard has just been so funny. He can't stand it for me to be gone very long, and especially, excuse me, especially if it thunder and lightning. He is scared to death of that. And then when we were leaving the other day, Pop locked him in the bathroom by mistake, and of course we didn't know it till we got home. Poor little thing. I think he was very abused. He is so spoiled. But he's so sweet. We love him to death. Anyway, look forward to seeing more videos from y'all, and I hope I can do some a little bit more often again. It seems like every time I say that, something else happens, but we're going to be okay. And I love y'all, and I'm so happy to be back and see y'all and just share what I shared. So I'll talk to you soon, I hope. Love y'all. Bye. Baby, where is this thing? Where is it? Feels so stupid. Oh my gosh.